all, and welcome to another Simple Stamping on Tuesday at dolallycrafts. Today we're making a card using the Incredible Like You photopolymer stamp set. This is in our new occasions catalogue. There are 15 stamps in this one, and they're mainly friendship type stamps. You've got So Glad We're Friends, I Just Adore You, Incredibly Proud of You, Hope Your Day is Hope Your Day is as amazing as you. That is a real tongue twister, and I didn't realise it until just then. Of course, you've got all florals and leaves and branches and everything in this one, and some abstract type images. As usual, I've got them already mounted, and also as usual, this is a very basic supplies card. We're using the one stamp set. We are using 3 ink pads. We've got our Lemon Lime Twist, our Berry Burst, and if I can find it, sorry, it's over there on my work desk, and our Memento Tuxedo Black. So if you don't want to go to the expense of buying full stamp sets at the moment and you're only a beginner, may I suggest these actually are going to retire at the end of May this year, these stamp sets, because they are part of our in colours for 2017 to 2019, and I am going to desperately miss Lemon Lime Twist. I will continue using it because I don't think the Granny Apple Green is quite as nice as this one. I'm not a green person, but having said that, 2 of my favourite greens in our complete set are Lemon Lime Twist and Call Me Clover, which are both in colours and will be leaving us. So I'm really sad about that. Okay, the original card that I did was using Flirty Flamingo and Soft Sea Foam, but I decided to give this one a bit more pop, so I'm using the Berry Burst and the Lemon Lime Twist. As I said, if you don't want to go to the expense of buying stamp pads to begin with, you can get a set of the 5 in colours that came out for 2017 to 2019 in my online store, and it will give you Lemon Lime Twist, Berry Burst, and the other 3 colours that came out at the same time, which is, there's a very pale pink, hang on, Powder Pink, Fresh Fig, and Tranquil Tide, which is another favourite because it's a dark teal colour. So I'm going to be really sad to see the Lemon Lime Twist and the Tranquil Tide leaving us at the end of May. So if you really like these 2 colours, may I suggest you either buy the ink pads and don't forget the re-inkers, or buy a set of the markers and get in quick because they will go. They've been very popular, these colours. Okay, that's enough of my waffling. Let's get on with the card. So as I said, this is the card we're making today. It says, So Glad We Are Friends, I Just Adore You, and it's a very simply decorated card. Now, I'm going to be doing masking, and even for a beginner, masks are really easy. These are the 2 masks I used to make that one. I'm going to actually show you how to make a mask now. So, you get your ink pad, and I'm using the base of the flower so that I get a complete image, and all you do is stamp the 2 bases like so. Close that up, and then you come in with your paper snips or whatever pair of scissors you have. The best way to do these is to get a large post-it note and actually stamp these 2 at the top of the post-it note so that you have the sticky already on it. So then you just fussy cut. I'm having real problems putting words together today. Fussy cut around the image. You can leave a slight border if you wish, but usually it's best to cut as close to the image as you can, so that because the paper is a little bit, like there is some depth to it, when you stamp you're going to get loss of image if you get close to the edge there. Okay, I'm not going to cut the other one out. Now all I did with these two was put a little two-way glue on the back so that it's sticky. As I said, if you stamp these at the top of a post-it note where it's already got sticky on, you don't have to apply sticky to it. So as I said, this is really easy even for a basic stamper. So now onto the card base. We have a 7" by 5" card base scored at 3.5 inches. Now if you buy our made note card set, you get 20 note cards and 20 envelopes for the low price of, I can never remember whether it's $12.50 or $13.50. If you have one of our catalogues, it's on page 193. If you don't have a catalogue, give me a call and I'll get one out to you, or send me an email and I'll get one out to you. Anyway, it's great to start off with the note cards because they're very inexpensive. You get 20 of them and they're envelopes. Easy to make up a card, pop it in the envelope and send it off and you're done. Okay. To start off with, we're going to stamp. First, I've got to place my two masks onto the cardstock. Then I'm going to come in with my lemon lime twist. I'm going to ink up the abstract lines and I'm just going to stamp them across like so. And that's not a really good image. Let's see if I can get these again. And I've just realised why I'm having problems with this, because I'm not using my stamp mat. So bring that back in and let's see how I go this time. Try and line these lines up again. Press down. That's a bit better. It's heavier than I was anticipating. No, I don't like that. Okay, let's go in for round 2 of this one. So I'm going to bring in my masks again off the original card, and I'm just going to pop those on like so. Bring in my striped lines, and as you can see, I've already got my stamp mat underneath, so I'm just going to stamp across like so. That's a much better image. It's still slightly mottled, but that is the look that apparently we're going for with this image. It's not a complete image anyway. It's actually got parts of the image that are slightly rustic looking. Okay, now I did forget to mount one other part of the stamp set that I've just realised. So I'm going to bring in the leaf and pop that on the stamp block. And while we've got our pieces positioned, I'm just going to stamp a couple of the leaves. Like so. I'm also going to leave that one in place, bring in my berry burst and the full base stamp, and I'm just going to try and line that up without getting my head in the camera. That's not too bad, and bring in the actual leaf detail and just stamp that as well. So there we go. And then I'm going to remove that mask and stamp this in place and then come in. There's actually detail in that solid stamp, but not as much as in this one. And then we'll bring this one in and pop this one, and there are our flowers. So I'll pop those aside. And we've already got the leaves. Now I have to come in with So Glad We Are Friends and our Memento ink. Because this is a different type of ink pad, it's actually a cotton pad, you give it a twist and then a stamp so that you get good coverage on the stamp. And I'm just going to line the We Are up as close as possible on that line there. And it still didn't stamp as well as I'd like it to. I'm not sure why, but I'm not going to double stamp it because I'm not using my stamp positioner and I know it'd go everywhere. So I'm just going to flip that inside over to that side, bring in our I Just Adore You, and I'm just going to pop that down the bottom here like so, and then I better cover that up so it doesn't dry out. In the heat that we're experiencing at the moment, my ink pads tend to dry out quite quickly. Okay, and I'm just going to pop this little branch at the side there, and then come in once more with the Berry Burst. And I do have another ink block mounted here, and this has just got some little I don't even know what they are, some sort of sheath, looks like, oh, I don't know, time maybe. And I'm just going to stamp those there just for a little bit of decoration inside. And that is our card finished for today. All I have to do now is give it a quick fold, give it a crease with the bone folder, and that's our card done. So what do you think? Probably prefer it in the softer colours. Now I've seen it in the brighter ones. If you weren't too keen on the way that actually, the way that there's a bit of a gap there between the flowers, if you have a blender pen, you can just come in and blend down the side there just to take out that small white line so it's not as harsh. But I don't mind it, to be honest. I'm really sad that that's not stamped correctly. But I hope you like this card, and I hope you're enjoying this simple stamping series that I'm bringing to you. Stay tuned next week for another card set, where another simple stamping where I use just one card set and minimal supplies. And until then, if you would like to purchase anything that you've seen me use here today, please consider going to my shopping link down below, or if you open up the description panel below, you'll see all of the items that I've used listed there, and you can just click on them and you'll be taken straight to my store, and you can make your purchases there. I appreciate everything that's purchased in my online store because it helps me bring more videos to you guys. Okay, that's enough from me for today, and I will see you again next week. Bye bye.